Honestly, it was a really complicated start. Like I said, when you don't have a direction from the outside, someone not recording, you have to test, figure out how much you can give, how much you can take, but you also have to be respectful of the other person. We both were completely different. Brigel leads his freedom. I really need to set things and then play with it. So there was a moment where I said, let's take a break, and I asked him, what do you need? And he told me what he needs, and I told him what I need, so we kind of moved forward with that method. It's a difficult process when you're in and out. You have to record the rehearsal, look at things, edit, review, and so on. It's a never-ending process.
We were looking for references, I would say, in the beginning. A lot of observation in order to find a common ground, a dialogue which would allow us to be together and share time together, so create a journey together. The big difference is being in and out, being at the same time, I would say, in a piece where you are creating for yourself, with yourself. It's a different story while you are only a performer, where you have directives and directions, instruction to follow, so that's the only thing you have to worry about and try to solve the tasks that you have, that you're facing. In this process, we are constantly challenged by the fact that we are in and out at the same time, and questioning, say, at the different levels, which is really exhausting, I would say, because you try always to say, do the best, or what is the best? What is the reference of the best? So I would say only you keep on challenging yourself with different perspectives by being in and out at the same time.
There's a big difference in working alone and collaborating. So it's actually three of us collaborating. It's a musician, Brigel and I. It's three different voices, so you have to build tools to communicate. Not everything you say is received the way you said it. So when you work alone or with people you know, sometimes you don't have to communicate. They can understand what you mean. In this one, you have to figure out how far you can push it and be really respectful of someone's limits, which in my case, even if there's a limit, I kind of push through it. It's a collaboration.
In the beginning, it's been a very complicated process, as we did not have we both have a different way of choreographing and ways which we engage when we are in studio and in the rehearsal space, how we want to share time, how we usually direct ourselves towards, schedule ourselves during the day, and we start the creation process. So it was a little bit unknown situation, I think, for both of us. It was like, okay, what do we do now, and what is the right way to start? And I think we both have experience, respectively, in our experiences. I think it came a moment during the creation where we just said, we took a coffee after long weeks of rehearsing and creating together. Say, okay, something was locking and was not letting the piece come out while we have created so material so far. And we say, Rauf say, hey, what do you need? I just need to be free. I just need to be who I am, and in order to offer and be there for you. So then that's where everything started. And Neighbours became this collaboration, being this neighbor, this brother, these two friends that were there for each other, looking there for each other. So then how the entire storyboard led out into this, I would say, the choreographic piece, into this project.
Je m'inspire beaucoup de leur histoire personnelle. Ambigu, en fait, comment je pouvais comprendre et comment je peux faire de la musique pour les deux, pour que ça lui plaise aussi. Pendant la création, j'ai essayé de communiquer beaucoup avec les deux danseurs et comprendre leur univers, puisqu'ils viennent d'autres styles différents. La création, ça m'a permis de composer en fait dans différents sens, parce que Brigel et Rauf, ils viennent d'autres cultures musicalement et d'autres formations. Je pense que mon rôle c'est comme un pont, et je viens d'Istanbul et du coup en fait et je suis aussi spécialiste de la musique d'Orient, Balkan, et donc moi je connais un peu leur histoire musicale. À chaque fois dans ma musique, j'essaie de proposer le mode, le rythme aussi qui vient de leur région ou leur pays. Comme par exemple Rauf, il est originaire de Nord-Mésopotamie, et il est kurde, et puis le Brigel, il vient de Albanais. Et donc pendant la création, j'ai proposé de différents rythmes réguliers, irréguliers, et c'est beaucoup de suspens.
The difference is when you work for a choreographer who clearly has an idea from the outside, he gives you instructions and you respond. So yes, you also choreograph, but you don't do everything, right? In this one, you take the work home. You have to look at the videos, you have to make a plan for the next day, you have to take things out, you have to communicate to every department. In a production, when you are seriously just a dancer, you don't have to be so concerned about so many things. You come, warm up, learn material, manipulate material. And this one, it's thinking, constant thinking. Also when you're not performing, also when you're not in rehearsal, when you're traveling home on the break. So yeah, it's a lot of hats you wear.
I'm very influenced by the people I've worked with, and of course mostly William Forsythe, which through his eyes also I have found a way to be myself, while he has gave us a lot of freedom in order to express and bend our own barriers or boundaries as dancers or performers, I say, or simply as artists, as he always considered those as mature artists, as ballet masters, as he says. But bringing it into Neighbours, I'm trying just to be me now on this place or this time of my life that I am today, and with meeting Rauf, in this meeting together, bringing also some folkness into some character. Unconsciously, Rauf and I had a connection because we had a very short amount of time which we shared on stage during quiet evening, but somehow with his expertise, his eye saw that there was a lot more potential to discover, and coming from, I say, very distinct backgrounds and cultural heritage for both of us. So I think he saw further, and I think that was a good bet to take, and for both of us, and see how we actually can be challenged without having, I say, without having somebody to create there for us. And at the end, he would put himself, I would say, in the critic's place and the public's eyes, and to see through those eyes actually how this would look like, and what is the sense out of it? Is it, I would say, is it at the right place to be offered? So I think has been pretty good so far.